Hey guys, welcome to another reading on topic what would a tarot reader tell them about you. So we will have three piles this time around: sell, eat and wash. So pick one of these three verbs on the picks and we will start. What would a tarot reader tell them about you? Let's start with this sell. So what would they tell them about you? Let's see. What would they tell them? This Queen of Pentacles wanted to come reverse, so I'll take it. Let's see. What would they tell them? So what I'm getting strongly for this pile, they will tell them first of all that you are the type of a person who can't really tolerate a neglectful or kind of detached, aloof type of a partner, if that makes sense. This Knight of Cups reversed, especially for those of you who have been in some type of previous experiences where you felt neglected or rejected or abandoned, anything to that matter. You may be the type who currently has quite sharp senses when it comes to what you will tolerate and what you want. So basically they would tell them not to mess around when it comes to indulging in a connection with you, or kind of that you are the type of a person who appreciates, just Aries type of a partner who will just come in a straightforward manner and say, hey, I really find some amazing qualities about you and this is why I dig you, and could we perhaps, take some chill time together or something. So quite a direct and straightforward approach. And then they would tell them not to risk you losing interest if you sense any type of mind game in a situation, is what I'm getting for some reason in this pile. So then they would also say, however, when you do love, when you are invested with the person, this Queen of Pentacles reversed and Chariot reversed, this is how it looks in its normal position. They would tell them that you are even overly nurturing, even overly caring. You will do anything for your near and dear ones, so this is something really significant, and that they don't have to fret about when they come into any type of romantic interaction about you, whether you are serious enough or not, because you will be the type who will take care of what's yours, and you will make sure that your people are always well fed, well dressed, attending to all of their responsibilities with this Queen of Pentacles reverse. Some of you can also be even slightly like mom or dad of your partner, like in a sense have that vibe to you, where you really try to motivate them to express their best qualities, is what I'm sensing. So for a lot of you, they would also say that you are somebody who has some type of untypical beauty to you, or that your face, your features aren't something that you see every day. Perhaps you can be looking slightly exotic for where you are. I don't know, if you are, for example, among Scandinavians, you can be very dark and have like dark features, dark skin color, or the other way around. So there's something about your appearance where you are slightly, how do I say, out of your circumstances, and which is really kind of giving you the attention in the most positive way is what I'm sensing. Then with Aries in the 10th house, they would tell them that you are somebody who is really productive and efficient when it comes to your career. You even may be somewhat prone to impulsive decisions or risky ones, but which more often than not result in a very prosperous outcome for you when it comes to your career dealings. So for some of you, they would tell them that you are currently in the midst of starting something new career-wise, and this for a lot of you could bring you even some type of recognition or fame is what I'm sensing, but this won't be for all. Okay, but if you like this small report, give it a small like so that more people get to see. Then with the moon in the 9th house, they would say something like that you do have a very expansive outlook when it comes to relating in love relationships, that you are the type who is quite an open-minded type of a person. However, that open-mindedness doesn't encompass you lowering or adjusting your standards below of something that you deserve, something that you have firmly established in yourself that you truly deserve. So there is certain boundary around which you won't bend your principles, your expectations, demands, whatever it is, and that you are somebody who really needs kind of serious counterpart by your side, because you are also somebody who is quite serious, quite responsible, even too responsible sometimes, and hardworking, and perhaps that if they were your counterparts, they should have some type of, just ability to make you to have more fun in life, or to take you a little bit away from your duties, from your responsibilities. So this is something that I'm getting strongly with this one. Yeah, so then they would also say with Venus in Cancer that you are somebody who needs to feel safe on psychological, emotional, physical, mental level before coming into any sense of romance with somebody, with this Knight of Cups reversed, and also that you kind of in the past rejected even bigger fish than they are due to some type of flaky behavior with this Seven of Swords, shadiness, I don't know, being sneaky or whatever it is. And that they would also say that you kind of recognize the sprouts of this kind of behavior very early in the early phases of developing of a relationship. So they would also say that you are somebody who is good in how do I say, kind of having this hunch or intuitive feelings about the other person's red flags as well, is what I'm sensing. So for some of you with this Six of Swords, but this won't be for all of you, they would tell them that you are somebody who explored your sexual preferences a lot throughout a lifetime, which means perhaps you changed your identities a few times, or there was an element where you had some type of transition when it comes to that. So this is something interesting to me. And then also they would tell them that you are the type who does have quite a strong appetite when it comes to lustful, sensual side of a relationship, but kind of that there have to be low-key emotions present. I'm getting that not a lot of you had like one night stands or things like that. I mean, you could have had. There's no judgment or anything about that. But I'm getting that for a lot of you, like the part of sexual attraction to somebody is like having deep emotional attunement to each other's needs and states of being, is what I'm sensing. Then with South Node in Cancer, they would tell them that you have some type of surprisingly good control over your emotions. Kind of you learn the lessons of emotions in the previous lifetime. In this one you are more here to be calculated and rational. Even in romance, as I said, as nurturing and cautious as you are more on the logical side, is what I'm sensing for a lot of you. Then with Taurus in the 8th house, in this context, I'm getting that they would tell them that you are somebody who is really capable of make your partner kind of release all their worries or de-stress easily. Perhaps you are the type to make them like bubble baths when they come at home, or you just make something quite sensory indulgent in order to make them forget their stresses and worries from their work at that day, and you are great when it comes to that. That's what I'm also getting with this Queen of Pentacles. You can even be the king or queen of the other people's self-care, if that expression makes sense for somebody. So you kind of make them self-care more. So then with Mercury in 3rd house, they would tell them that you have some type of expert pro level when you communicate. Perhaps you are very eloquent, perhaps you know multiple languages, because Mercury usually represents duality. Or you may have like 2 degrees, double degrees. There's something double about your knowledge, or just multiple, and that they will have to be able to be your intellectual match, if that makes sense. So yeah, but I'm ending here for the first pile. I hope you guys enjoyed this small report. If you did, see you in the next one. For those of you who chose this eat, let's see what would a tarot reader tell them about you. What would a tarot reader tell them about you? What would they tell them about you? So I'm getting for a lot of you, they would say that you're somebody who is kind of finishing the last phases of recovery when it comes to a certain very specific crisis in your life. With these 5 cups and King of Pentacles, this could have been correlated with money for some of you, relationships with your parents, because King of Pentacles for me does represent like parent figures, especially father. Yeah, but they would say that you really had a certain great upheaval, perhaps even correlated with them for some of you. Some of you will make sense of that. But that you kind of just recently found back your vitality, your joy for life, that you are all of a sudden somehow always smiling, always giddy again, just as enjoying small life's pleasures. So there's something about you that found this new sense of just being unburdened, is what I'm sensing. This is something that they would strongly emphasize. And then with this Ace of Pentacles reverse, some of you like dropped one of the side hustles of yours, or you dropped one of the interests of yours to live a more simpler life, or to basically dedicate more of your material 3D energy into a more prosperous goal or ambition, is what I'm sensing. So this is something that they would say. And then with 5 of Wands reversed, for a lot of you, and this will be slightly strange to hear perhaps, and but for a lot of you, they would say that a lot of feminine energies, kind of gets jealous at you. I'm sensing this can even be among your closest friends and family circle. I don't know, for some reason there somehow ends to be some type of undertone of jealousy in their community, but they would say that this is nothing correlated with you, but that it's just that other people have certain insecurities and certain well devil sides of them which really come to surface in interactions with you. So this is something interesting, and this can be even other feminine energies, doesn't have to be females per se, but they would say with this Queen of Wands, can you see her, that you are kind of like the most dominant female or feminine energy. This can even apply for a guy wherever you are, so at your workplace, for a lot of you at your workplace with this Ace of Pentacles reversed, and that's why some of you also had some type of issues perhaps at your workplace. So this is something significant. Yes, as I said, they would say that you are the most dominant and the most unusually charismatic one, and that oftentimes your charisma helps you gain certain benefits faster than other people. So this file is slightly interesting, kind of. Then with Mercury in Capricorn, I'm getting a lot of like formal education, because Capricorn is work, profession, career. Mercury is how we educate ourselves, our informational mind. So perhaps they would say them that some of you are furthering like your formal education or education on one specific professional, how do I say, area that you want to kind of advance in and kind of want to get a better payment or whatever it is. So, and also you can also be like just studying about it on your own, you know, without degrees or anything. And also what they're saying with this Mercury is that you have an air about you, an air about your behavior, about your demeanor, and just professional, just the air of your interactions. You somehow ooze professional vibe for some reason, and I'm getting that there are a lot of people that they would want to meet you on a more personal level, even with this Five of Wands reversed, Queen of Wands. They would like to get more of you like on a more personal level, but they feel like you are shut off when it comes to that, is what I'm also sensing with this. So with this Mercury in Capricorn specifically. Then I'm also getting from this Mercury that some of you could have had like some type of younger sibling rivalry, because Mercury encompasses house 3 and 6, so this for me denotes like professional circle and kind of younger siblings, younger cousins figures. So some of you will correlate with that. Capricorn can represent like you know, frustration, restriction. So, but this won't be for all of you, slightly specific one. So let me just see. Then they would also say that you are the type of a person who regains your equanimity of mind and emotional stability and sense of balance in the best way when you are kind of studying something philosophical, something psychology based, something new age for a lot of you, when you study the subjects of, I don't know, past lives, reincarnation, things like that, and that you have this unique way of kind of attaining your peace on your own. You are not dependent on others. Your kind of mental interests give you this peace, if that makes sense. So yeah, and then with this Mars in Leo, they would also say that there's something quite daring about you, especially in risky situations. and especially when you do have to risk something. So this can also be correlated with work, so some of you may be inclined toward, well, like risky professional investment. Let's say, like, for example, import export business, like Amazon. This is the case where you have to entertain certain element of risk, because you invest your money and then you wait for your profits. But with Mars in Leo, I'm getting that you are meant to quite profit from that, if that makes sense, or profit from that type of behavior. With this King of Pentacles, you will be somebody who will be really financially stable and secure in this lifetime. I'm getting that you will be even helping your nearest, like members of family and friendship circle. You will be donating a lot in this lifetime with this Ace of Pentacles reverse. Ace of Pentacles reverse can represent lost money, or money which we give in like humanitarian purposes. So they would tell them that you will be quite well set when it comes to that. So, and that you are in that sense a secure partner to be with. Then with Jupiter in Scorpio, they would say that you are somebody to whom a lot of people confide, kind of, I don't know, I'm getting strangers randomly come to you and confide various things to you, kind of their deepest secrets. Or I don't know, I yesterday had a woman coming at me and saying something along the lines, just randomly, hey, I had a husband that beated me, and they hurt me with a knife one time, and I had like 3 heart attacks and 1 brain attack. I forgot how is it said. But my point is, you may have such type of aura where people, like all kinds of people, come to you all the times, telling you some type of really deep and personal things. So this is something interesting that I'm getting about this pile, and that you are very receptive in that way with this Jupiter and Scorpio. People just have this sense with this Jupiter that they can tell you their deepest secrets, is what I'm sensing. Then with Mars in Gemini, there's something quite childish about your actions, about the way you move. Perhaps you are quite agile or flexible, you kind of sometimes do things like babies without thinking, but this is kind of part of your charm. But we are ending here for the second pile. I hope you guys enjoyed this small report. If you did, see you in the next one. For those of you who chose this cell, let's see. What would a tarot reader tell them about you? Okay, so right off the bat, so they would tell them that you are somebody who has your moments when you are called to the other people's or events or circumstances, or when you surface looking tend to lack empathy. But hear me out on this one. So you are the type of a person who had a really difficult life, and you had to learn how to basically turn off the emotions with this King of Swords card. So you are somebody who has learned how to turn off everything that you feel inside in order to survive, because if you weren't like that, you wouldn't survive the life that was meant for you. So this is something that I'm sensing strongly with this Ten of Wands and Wheel of Fortune. For some of you, they would tell them that you are into horoscopes, astrology, that perhaps you know your natal chart, or you know the type of a partner according to your natal chart that you should get in this lifetime, perhaps whether they do match or do not match those descriptions, but this will only be for a portion. Then for the others, they would say that that you really need a type of a partner who will make your life easier, less stressful, because you already have enough of stress on your own. Because this King of Swords is the type of a person who is kind of most mature in his surroundings, so you can act like a more mature figure even among the elders. There's just something about you that encompasses what they have been through, plus a dimension of your own, this lifetime's experience. So some type of weird, great maturity, you know, is what I'm sensing. I am getting that some of you can be like Starseed. See how he looks like. He's basically sitting among the stars. So this is interesting. Yes, and then we do have a match. They will tell them that you are most certainly the person who will have your divine counterpart in this lifetime, that you are somebody who isn't interested in casual flings or things like that. Not to say that it's bad or anything like that. It's just that you know somewhere on your deepest soul level that only the deepest of love will basically induce you into the matrimony or something. So some of you have felt this like very early on in life or since childhood, that you are meant here to experience some special kind of love, something profound, and this is something that you will experience in this lifetime. So this is something that they would strongly emphasize to your person, so that they know how to relate with you. And then with this Ace of Swords, they would tell them to always be completely transparent toward you, because I'm getting a lot of you take things literally, and this kind of advances you. Let's say, for example, that somebody plays like mind games or something like that. You will be the type, oh, okay, then I guess they aren't interested that much after all. And you will basically move on. So as I said, they would tell them to be very transparent toward you, because your way of taking things literally really saves you a lot of unnecessary trouble. So no mind games can succeed with you, and this is something that they would really warn your person about. They should know. So but this take is interesting for me. I didn't get this previously for somebody. Hey, but if you like this small report, give it a small like so that it reaches more people. Let me just pull one clarifier for the placements. Okay, I'm getting that something ended in your life in a traumatic way, and that you guys are currently in the period of healing, of recovery. You're getting better every day. Perhaps this is something that they would tell your person, that you have talked to perhaps various counselors, perhaps readers, on just how to improve your life or how to direct it to the most prosperous outcome, is what I'm sensing. So they would emphasize that you are somebody who is really, with this Knight of Pentacles, you could have had even some type of like physical illness, because it's reversed, or like I don't know, mental disorder for some of you, but basically they would tell your person that you are finalizing last lessons correlated with that, that your soul is finalizing last karmic lessons correlated with that, and soon you will be completely devoid of any type of disturbances on karmic level. And they would also say that soon you will there will be a bunch of positive karma entering your life, where it will open the door for flourishing romantic connection with your divine counterpart as well. So this is something really interesting. Then with Mercury in 5th house, for a lot of you, they would say something that you have, because Mercury is communication, 5th house is kind of children, that you have kind of special connection with the children, that you are meant to have your own for like 90% of this pile, and for the others it's just something about you where children are mesmerized by you, by your energy. I'm getting that you should be some type of child healer if you aren't already interested in that. There's just something about your aura which makes children captivated by you, or you could be like storyteller for children, somebody who entertains them. I'm getting that you would be like beyond successful when it comes to that. And then with Mars in Taurus, for a lot of you, they would say like that you would even like a partner in touch with their feminine side, in a way that they will care about their appearance with this Queen of Pentacles. I'm getting a lot of you would like a type of a partner who would be like, I don't know, hey babe, what are you wearing tonight? Can we match the colors of the outfits? And you are somebody who is slightly observant about the, for example, outfits of your person. With this Mars and Taurus, you may be quite receptive to how they smell. Not only their personal smell, but it's a plus if they, for example, have some nice perfume. Because Mars and Taurus people kind of, you have to captivate their romantic love by seducing and spoiling their senses, if that makes sense. They would also tell them to perhaps make you some type of nice dinner, because that's also indulging your senses, or you can be the one to make it, but just the overall vibe is to enjoy with a potential partner in that circumstance. So I do have here like South Node, and I'm getting with this some correlation with, for some of you, chemistry, and for some of you like candle makings and things where you have to be very cautious about how you go about doses of substances, and when you make something, see how she is even here, although she's selling like ice creams. But there's something that you handle in a very cautious manner, or in a very expert type of manner that you do. I'm getting even gardening for some of you, and this is something that's quite a big interest of yours, is what I'm sensing. This is something that they would emphasize. So yeah, and I'm getting that they would tell them with this Wheel of Fortune that a lot of positive changes are coming into your life, especially changes correlated with financial side of things. So I'm getting that this pile will blossom really beautifully when it comes to finances. So in a way where you will be really content with that area, and they will also be quite content as your partner or potential significant other. So yeah, but it's really interesting. Yeah, but I'm ending here for the third pile. I hope you guys enjoyed this small report. If you did, give it a little like, and see you in the next one.